Good morning, everyone. Here's my Disney Wish 2025 cruise video, along with a day at Hollywood Studios, so I hope you enjoy.
Traveling for some well-deserved rest and relaxation, or returning home as you enter
After arriving in Orlando, we went straight to Disney's Hollywood Studios. I went to Tune In Lounge with the intent of getting the PB&J cocktail, but ended up getting the toasted marshmallow old fashioned, and oh my gosh, it was so good. I'm definitely going back to get it, but this was my first time here and I really enjoyed the atmosphere, the vibes. It was a really great bar, especially for the busy part of the day. And then immediately after, I had to get, the famous Ronto wrap. It was so good. I am going to note here, this was January 2nd, so a very busy day. We did get multi-pass, which I don't think is the best at Hollywood Studios due to there not being many rides. I was consistently on my phone the whole day to just get 4 rides to use with multi-pass. Let me know if you would love to hear more about that. But we then did go to Oga's Cantina. I wanted to try the new ube cold brew cocktail. I love both of those things, and I really did enjoy this drink. The first one I've enjoyed at Oga's. And then we tried the new pretzel pimento cheese bread, and I really was happy with this offering as well. It's embarkation day. We were staying for the night at JW Marriott Bonnet Creek. This was our breakfast that I think was included with my parents' stay. It was very good, very much enjoyed it. And then we made our way to the port. It's about an hour away from Disney to get to Port Canaveral. It was an easy drive. We stopped at Starbucks before we went to the port. We made it to the port, and I'm not kidding, from this moment to getting on the ship right now, it took us maybe 45 minutes or less. It was the smoothest, quickest check-in I've ever had. They did a fantastic job.
My connection's already suffering.
Well, you gotta connect to the Wi-Fi.
As they cost money.
Well, you have to connect to the app.
The first thing we did is stopped at Festival of Foods. I got some tacos, chicken tenders, tried a little bit of everything. Everything was so good. The tacos are probably my favorite, and then that mac and cheese was really good. Our room was an indoor room. We had the Frozen theme. It was a really great size just for us 3. We then made our way to Hyperspace Lounge, which was super cool. I got the Mustafari and Black Ale, which actually ended up being my dad's favorite drink of the whole trip. But in this clip, he got the Batu Spire Sunset.
Oh, we're going to hyperspace! Woo! Uh-oh. Woo!
Smells like marshmallow.
It does. Oh, is this Mustafar? Oh.
Looks like the station on the ship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This Utopia of the Seas.
Yes.
Right before dinner, I stopped at Hook's Barbery to get an old-fashioned. I heard they make some really great old-fashions here, and I was really excited to try it. The bartender was great and explained all the different types they could make. I ended up getting a rum old-fashioned, and it was very, very good. We then made our way to dinner at Arendelle. This was our multi-grain bread with a caramelized onion dip, and that dip was the best bread dip of the whole cruise. It was onion mayo. It was so good. I ate too much bread, and I really regretted it. I regretted it because all the other food was so good. This was an appetizer, Anna's Colt board, excuse my pronunciation. It had a bunch of different smoked fish. My sister got that. And then I got the Elsa's Royal Baked Scallops, and then the Blushing Oaken's Chilled White and Green Asparagus. The asparagus was good. It was a nice cold dish, but the scallops was the best thing. It was like a nice soup with a couple scallops and then that crunchy crust. It was so good. For my entree, I got Arendelle Kojake. Again, excuse my pronunciation. It was essentially braised meatballs with the rosemary cream reduction and noodles and lingonberry. That was so good. That was my favorite thing that I ate. I also wanted to try the juniper spice roasted chicken, mainly because it said they had duck confit double fried potatoes. They were okay. My dad got the garlic and thyme roasted beef ribeye, and he said it was good. For dessert, again, excuse my pronunciation, I got the kake. It's a butter cake. That was so good. It was one of my favorite desserts of the whole trip. And then my sister got the It's Elsa Coronation Sundae. Out of the 3 rotational dining, this was definitely my favorite food-wise. There was a Frozen show that played alongside, and it ended with an Into the Unknown violin rendition.
I love the violin.
At night, we went to listen to Broadway music played on piano at Nightingale's, and it was the best. I loved this bar so much, especially for this. I'm an early riser, so I woke up early to get breakfast at Marceline Market. I got some fruit, coffee, tea, water, and then the best thing I ate was this miso ginger congee. It was so good. I got it the second day as well. I got this is, I think, miso ginger congee. Never had it before. It smells amazing though. It smells so good. Got some pineapple, mango, peppermint tea, and coffee. Essentially rope dropped it. Later on, I made my way to the Rose, which was an adult-only bar in front of the adult-only dining Enchanté in Palo. We had Palo brunch, and this was my first time ever doing it. I was so excited. So I wanted to come to this Beauty and the Beast themed bar, sit and enjoy the views, which you'll see in a second, and drink a cocktail. Had a fantastic bartender who helped me pick out a drink that wouldn't be too filling. I got the Sweet Rose, which had Empress, 1908, Cointreau, and grapefruit. It also had coconut in it, but she helped me take a picture and set up my stand so I can get a good picture, which was really great. We made it to Palo Brunch, which is a $50 essentially all-you-can-eat meal. We had a beautiful table. We also got a complimentary drink of either a mimosa or a prosecco, and I got a prosecco. We also got a little bread service, which was all very good with balsamic and oil. We then got both of the antipasti selections, the seafood one and the charcuterie one. I enjoyed the seafood one a lot more. I'm not a big charcuterie fan. Now it's time for our first official course. I got the poached egg on a toasted butter muffin with sliced smoked salmon, hollandaise sauce, and caviar. It was very good, eggs benedict. And then my dad got the heirloom tomato basil soup, and I tried it, and oh my gosh, it was the best soup I've ever had. Probably the best thing I had this whole trip. And the server brought me out my own tomato soup, and it was so good. My second course was the wild mushroom ravioli with Meyer lemon, nut brown butter, pine nuts. This was some of the best ravioli I've ever had. And my dad had the roasted red snapper filet with asparagus, caponata, and a fondant potato. And the first thing he said when he bit into it was, wow. We then had to get the famous Parmesan crusted chicken breast with risotto. This is everyone's favorite thing, and it was very good. I didn't think it was the best thing in the world because I'm not a big chicken Parmesan fan, but it was very good. For dessert, my dad got the warm amaretto chocolate fondant, and I got the Italian zebaglione, which was berries, biscotti, and like a custard. It was a really nice, refreshing light dish. I really enjoyed it. Apollo brunch was amazing. That tomato soup was the best thing I had. And then we made our way to a martini tasting, which was really fun. We learned a lot. We had like 5 different small little cocktails, but we had a great time. Our second meal of the trip was at 1923. I loved the ambiance of this restaurant. It was very beautiful. The food was okay. There was like hits and misses, but the first night was definitely better. Our bread service came with a honey butter, which I didn't love. I love honey butter, but that wasn't really honey butter. I then got some coffee because I was so tired at this point. For my first appetizer, I got the Kingswell duck confit pastilla. I love duck confit. This was definitely more of like a Moroccan spiced meal though. It was kind of sweet. It was okay. My sister got the 4-cheese tricolor tortellini. She loved it so much, she got a second one. My dad got the porcini spiced ahi tuna. I did try this and it was pretty good. It was tuna. And then for my second course, I got the split Napa baby romaine lettuce. Essentially, it was a Caesar salad, but it was really good. I enjoyed this a lot. For my main entree, I got the seared verlasso salmon with a parsnip puree, orange vanilla essence, and black garlic rapini. It was cooked very well. I love salmon. The parsnip was good. It was just an okay dish. My dessert was the Burbank Blueberry Lemon Bavarian Cream. This was very good. Honestly, all the desserts I had were all pretty consistently good. So 1923, it was a fine restaurant. Later that night, my sister got some ice cream, and I just thought it was a really cute picture. Following morning, I got churro waffles. I was so excited to try those. I've never had them, but I had another early breakfast with a beautiful view, but this time with churro waffles. And then the congee again. We spent the morning on Castaway Cay and then came back on the ship for lunch at Marceline Market. I don't love hamburgers and barbecue, and I heard there's crab legs here, so that's what we had for lunch, and it was a great call. It was super good. I also got the chicken tikka masala. It was also very, very good. We then spent some time on the ship. We tried out the Aqua Mouse, which is a water coaster. Here is my dad and my sister on it. It was a lot of fun. I did really enjoy this. But we had a nice chill time. I got some more food at Donald's Cantina, and Moana was playing, so it was a really great time. Later on, we went to the Bayou for some trivia. I got an espresso martini and a beignet. It was a really good espresso martini. My favorite of the trip. Immediately after, we went to Nightingale's again. And I got an espresso martini there as well, but it was not as good as the other one. I then got the stepmother drink, which was like a fancy Manhattan, which you'll see here. Oh, and it works with the Glinda song playing. Oh, fun. Thank you. Oh my god. Last night we had dinner at World of Marvel, which was a lot cooler in person, but probably my least favorite meal of the trip. It was decorated really cool. Our bread service had a red pepper sauce, which I didn't love either. My first appetizer was a steamed bao bun, which had pork belly. This was really good. I did enjoy it. The second appetizer I got, which I asked my server about, and he recommended it. And it was a vegan salted cremini and oyster mushrooms. I did like it. I do love mushrooms. I did feel like it needed something, but I am glad I tried it. For my entree, I got the golden misted pasta with scallops. I asked my server if they suggested this or the gnocchi. He suggested this. I kind of wish I got the gnocchi instead, though. It was fine. My dad did get the chicken schnitzel. It did not come with that big potato. My sister gave that to him, but it looked really good. He didn't say much about it. For desserts, I actually really enjoyed these desserts. Mine was the key lime pie, and I also tried the cheesecake bite, which was like a strawberry cheesecake. Both desserts were very, very good. And then at the end of the meal, Spider-Man came around, and you can take some quick pictures with him.
Why is everyone skinny?
It is over, Spider-Man.
It's over? What do you mean it's over? I just got here.
Captain America.
I hope you enjoyed this video of my trip on the Disney Wish. I should be going back later this year, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching.